guys, welcome back to my channel. So for this video, as per requested, in fact as the request went, some people were trying to comment on my storage collection video, but somehow the comments just weren't working. Or I just need to approve the comment first, because sometimes I do need to do that. But I seem to have missed it anyway, so I just ended up getting a request on Instagram, which is fine. The request was, ever since my storage collection, or cleaning out my storage collection video, I was of course requested to do a what's in my minimalist storage collection. But I am a complete minimalist. I have little to nothing makeup. I mean, I do collect a lot. My mum's always saying that I collect a bit too much makeup, which is ironic. I mean, my makeup collection next to Shane XO's, I still have next to nothing, even though she has been cutting back tremendously, of course. So yes, for this video, and then there was a cat. So for this video, I'm going to be showing you my makeup collection, which does live in here. Okay, so I have been getting pretty sick of such a blank space up here. I've decided to chuck a few things back up here. So these haunted looking gothic mansion candles that looks like something aluminium based, just a black version. This masquerade mask thing. These roses are obviously fake in some sort of small jar container. No, not container. Some sort of kind of the same pot material, like, you know, garden pots or whatever. And I just have this clip accessory just attached on the flower, just to give it some more feature. And these two very fake plastic skulls, so they are not real whatsoever. So that's that. To focus on the first drawer. Okay, so for this first drawer that we have, it's about as far as I can pull it out, otherwise the whole thing will flat and it'll be very awkward. So in this black polka dot box, I do have pretty much all of my lipsticks, some of my mascaras, a couple of gel liners, my Jeffree Star liquid lipstick. It's about the only thing I have lipstick wise. This very dry eyeliner, it still works, so I can still keep it. It's just until it's drawing invisible lines, I will still keep it. So basically I have all of my lipsticks from Kate Moss to MAC to just other random ones that you tend to find at like $2 stores or gift stores, either way. Plus everything else in between varies from the Maybelline ones to this really random Love one. I used this in my Kiss Makeup Challenge video, and this Love brand is basically a below the line brand, like kind of like BYS actually. I think BYS is just about to been kicked out of the club because tried to really look for a BYS concealer palettes. I got nowhere, so I don't think they're selling BYS anymore. If that, I was just looking at the wrong spot because I did go to Priceline. And Kohl's actually, which Kohl's is like America CVS. So that's what's in this black and white polka dot box. Then moving this out of the way, I'll just have my majority of my Color Cosmetics lipsticks and just like a few Colourpop ones. I only have 3 Colourpop ones. This was just in case I could not get my hands on the Color Cosmetics, which obviously in the long run they had the 4th of July sale, which lasted quite a while. A sale side of it, obviously not 4th of July, but a sale side of it. I hope you guys can see that quite well actually. Just literally turn my camera, which you can't see it too well, but I was just showing a second camera party. So this is where my Color Cosmetics lipsticks are. So my camera is, my phone's not in view of the actual camera, but this is basically what you guys can't really see on the actual main camera. So I do have all my Color Cosmetics. I only have the all the first few shades that she put out there: Coco K, Candy K, Court K, Dead of Night. Basically all the majority of the Posy K, not True Brown K, but the lighter one. Dolce K, which is good for contouring actually. If you ever had to do a full face lipstick, yes. Then of course the 3 Colourpop ones. Of course CoverGirl. I bought 2 because I didn't. Just in case I went through the first one a bit too quickly, which I won't be doing that anytime soon because this concealer is actually specifically meant to cover up breakouts and or scars. It's not meant for under eyes. That's why in my which video was it? Transformation videos I did recently. I cannot remember which video, but it's like literally my recent video, which is I should be able to remember it, but it's like just posted practically 5 minutes ago. But I used this concealer and it dried under my eyes way too quickly. Which I didn't expect that. So that was the first impressions as well. So then another day when I went out into town, I put this on just on some spots. I let it sit for like a second as I got around to the other parts of my face, and then went back and tapped it in with my finger, and basically the scar had disappeared. in a matter of speaking. So that's what I figured what these are actually for. So I do have to go back to the shop sooner or later, probably next week, and but I probably can still probably get the Maybelline Fit Me one because that worked out pretty well the last time I had it. So yes, casually chilling out on the side here is my vanishing cream from Lush. Zoom out slightly. So this is my vanishing cream from Lush, Adore and Worship this stuff. All in here, as of course I showed you in my March favourites video. Brushes that I use, I only have 2 sets, XO Beauty, the 12-piece set, and Kylie Cosmetics. And she only has 1 brush line, so she doesn't have multiple. So I have my powders in here, my beauty blenders, all the brushes, my foundations from 2 different foundations. Well, 2 of them are from the same brand, but one of them is of course Tarte, as you can clearly tell by the lid here. This one is Classic Ivory, which is my everyday wear. This one is Sun Beige, from whenever I am looking to look a bit on a tan, especially if I'm doing like a kind of like a Nina Dobrev or Demi Lovato look. Sometimes I will just use my own foundation, but other times when I want to be a bit more in depth, I will just use a tan up foundation, and Sun Beige is a bit warmer for me. Same with Top Rainforest of the Sea. It is in light medium beige, so it's basically the same thing as Sun Beige, but it is light, but it's still 1 shade dark for me. Yeah. So I'm going to be that out of the way for a second. So of course I do also have here my Glam Glow Mud Mask. Because I just use this more of as a spot treatment, but like a kind of like with like a hair treatment. I use this once every other week. It's a random matte maker from Maybelline. I just suppress a hiccup. That's what that trained of voice was. I think I failed to use this one in my kids makeup challenge. I forgot I had it. Then I've got some baby blenders, which I'll eventually crack these little guys open. I do have 2 of these. I have in 2 packets, but I don't know where the other one went. So I only specifically bought these because they looked adorable AF, but also to make it easier to blend concealer around the under eyes, which I actually do need to get onto doing that. Stippling sponge, obviously perfect from Halloween videos. This is in my Barbie / short film look. I basically took, you know, Halloween makeup, one of my own pieces to the next level. I did a short film out of it. Barbie was a bit upset because she was convinced Ken was just playing games with her, so she got drunk and, you know, caused herself an injury, and Skipper had found her, I mean, you guys have probably seen the video by now, but that's 56 views, so yeah, I use this silicone sponge to add some dirt marks to my face and blood spots. Yes. Sharpener. My casual piercing package that I've just kept over the years of having piercings. I don't have every single piercing I've ever had on my body in here. One's like my tragus piercing, which I'll insert an image of what a tragus piercing is. Unfortunately that's like a piercing that rejected. My nose studs. With my nose piercing, I just got sticker by stick bites. I'm pretty sure I do still have a video on YouTube of me actually taking them out. I did have to use scissors just to loosen it, but besides that, sharpener if I didn't already point that out. Hair treatment that well, my Sally's is actually Hair House Warehouse, and when I bought a packet of extensions way back when, they gave me this, and I have not used it still. It's meant to be a treatment. You can use it in extensions because that's why they gave it to me, but obviously you can use it in your own hair as well, because extensions are still human hair, just have a synthetic sheeting over them, so that's what makes them so silky smooth. Once that once that sheet or plastic or synthetic coating wears off, because extensions are not receiving the same amount of oils our own hair is, that's why they go to crap so easily. I will actually eventually give this some treatment a try, actually. Another sharpener, a ring. Anyone would mistake this for an engagement ring, but I promise you it's just a regular ring. And of course, nail clippers. This really ridiculously cheap bottle of latex sister gave me. I'll eventually actually dabble into latex. A stepping stone for me was lash glue and tissue. My hooked mermaid video was relatively inspired by Mikey's chemical waste mermaid look that she did from her next thing. I like the wound mark on my mouth. I used lash glue and tissue, but I'll eventually get into using liquid latex. So I should actually put this like a little bit higher so I can reach for it more often. Back in the crevice there, over here, I'll set that about here. So just behind everything, I do have the new Laura Mercier powder, universal one. Yes.
See you after.
Okay, where are you going? Okay. Okay. Give her my regards.
Okay.
This is the universal one. I just recently bought it because the other one I was using, translucent one, for some reason I just couldn't get my hands on it. Like I was gone so far to the payment part of it, but I think the website that I was purchasing from didn't ship to Australia, which is the biggest bitch of all when websites don't ship to Australia. Alright, luckily I was only talking about the liquid lipsticks. My camera actually stopped recording and switched off. What I was saying was, all here is now liquid lips of Too Faced Melt and Matte range. I do have 3 of high-end brand liquid lip lines, one being Jeffree Star, the second one of course being my choice of Kylie Cosmetics. I don't have every single version of liquid lip that she has, otherwise you guys would have seen the first impressions by now. I've only got the main ones that she put out in the first place, like I said early on in the video, and the Too Faced Melt and Matte range. I've only got one more shade to go, if I didn't already say that, and yeah, but yeah, one more shade to go and then I have a complete second technically of liquid lip range. Yeah, that's all of that. Okay, so in this drawer is obviously all of my shadows, eyeshadows specifically. So I'm just going to put that a little bit more without it falling out. So first on the list is the Chanel XO palettes, then the burgundy palette. I think it's a bronze one because Chanel XO's one's pretty much like got a little bronzy tones in it anyway, so plus there was a bit of talk that both palettes looked alike anyway, even though when you swatch them and play around with them they're very different. We have the not Be Mine, what was it? I think it was the Be Mine. It was definitely the Kylie's Diary Either Way palette. Plus this Sweet Peach palette, which yes I did get from eBay because Too Faced was out of stock and I really wanted to get my hands on it, so I just cheated and went onto eBay, and you know, they still swatch pretty good, but they're obviously not as good as if I had the actual promising palette. But yeah, that's what's alright. This green shade, however, though, is quite a disappointment. Like, you may as well use this shade as like a highlight. You can barely see that on my finger. I don't think I showed that properly. Is this something like already broken? No, not broken. I don't know. Okay, so after that is of course just the neon palettes that I have. BYS neon, which is basically the drugstore version of Kat Von D palette. Like all the colours are ridiculously similar, except Kat Von D has like a grey shade of black. But a bit of both. And yes, I've dug the shit out of this, as you can tell. Of course, up next is Upside Down the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette, which I also have the Androgyny palette coming in soon. Can't wait! On the Renaissance palette, I recently did the first impressions on this. We're doing a inspired look based on Lucy Hale. She had this autumn look going on, even if specifically her makeup wasn't for autumn purposes. AC on Tour palette, which my former sister-in-law, now a good friend, got this for me for my 22nd, I think. It's basically like a powder version of a contour palette, and it's actually, there is a cream version of this, but I specifically use it from the contouring side of it for the shade because it's got grounded tones, and these two obviously from bronzing, because you know, the banana shade and the other two I don't know, I just don't use them, but only focus most on 3 bottom shades. Next tutorials, Too Faced makeup collection. Some of them swatch really well, others don't. Depends on which brush you use. When you use your finger you get a lot, which is good, but with the brush, yeah, some of the colours you pick up really well on the brush, others really don't, so it is like a half and half gamble or whatever. A cheat sheet, Sunkissed one. Of course the Kat Von D Pastel Gloss. I did also get this off eBay, but they swatch fucking amazingly. Oh! That was so true, and rest in peace earphone users. Of course it's Too Faced chocolate bar palettes. It's a tremendously random one, but it has got some beautiful earthy tone shades in it. I mean, with each swatch, and that's just a dunk, that's beautiful. I will eventually do a look on this. Like, it could almost be like a sunset type of look, or a poison ivy look. Anyway, so also got a Naked Basics palette, and Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, which I haven't used in ages. I just found that the shades were a bit too stiff. Because the BYS Glitter Eye Cream, I use this in my kids makeup challenge video, and because I specifically got it for that. And I think my mermaid, Hooked Mermaid look for Halloween. But it's concealer, which I tried to repurchase this, like I said earlier in the video, but it didn't have it in stock anywhere. Some more sushi palettes, which I've only got 3: Sunkiss, Smokies, and Naturals. Recently get the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Palettes, Pro Lip Palette. I'm just waiting for the Jeffree Star a Georgia new palette to come in, and then I can do a first impression. Sorry, more hiccups. I can do a first impression. So in this next bottom drawer, which is below the first 2 drawers, over here we have pretty much all of my jewellery just bagged up. I do actually need to organise myself some kind of a jewellery stand, because my sister has a hand one, which she probably saw in my Claudine Wolf look when I voiced over joking saying bring forth the hand of jewellery, or hand of necklaces, or whatever I said. That hand is actually my sister's. I will eventually organise myself a hand jewellery stand, but until then they're just going to be bagged up. I eventually figure out what to do with this. This is what I used in my Clear the Night look when I made the headband. I also do have my Loving Tan, which I haven't used for quite a long time, but I still have it around. This is the body bronzing mousse stuff. I did a video on this. Like a bit of an extra step, obviously optional. I do have the latest mitts. I'm so glad they upgraded the mitts. It's like much more softer, fluffier edges. The other one had that harsh edge, which if you use the glove in the wrong angle for like a split second, you can actually feel it rubbing against the skin, scraping out some of the tan. So I'm glad that they upgraded it. I had to fix up this black applicating sponge, because it does wear down after a while because of the chemicals in the tanner. It sort of breaks down, and I did use a hot glue gun to glue this down last time, which I did actually use film a YouTube video, but for some reason only the Instagram video stuck around. I don't know. So and I am in ultra dark, because I started off with medium dark. Then I went to dark, and I went to ultra dark. Just a random iPad case, because my current iPad is actually formerly my dad's. He got a new one, some crumb shit in it, and a bobby pin attached to it. Hairbrush, a round brush, and jewelry box. I did have a pearl necklace in it, which is in here, but it's part of jewelry, so it stays in there. So those two should be next to each other. Selena Gomez perfume that I got from Christmas just gone by. Grandparents / grandmother got me this. The rest of the skulls, because I'm going on like 2% off on top of my cupboard. My extensions box, which has my extensions in it. Random pencils in case I want to get back to sketching again. A couple of other knickknacks, as people call it. Kitty headband, Korean for pants, specifically used for rashes, but I got it because I did get a tattoo many eons ago, and it has a bad pattern since. The cream is still good, but don't let this all this yellowing scare you. Dermaid, because I do get dermatitis specifically on this finger, I think it is. Or this finger. I haven't got it in a while, so I don't remember which finger it is, but you get dermatitis specifically when you spend too much time in dishwashing liquid, specifically when you're doing the dishes, or when you're just dealing with other chemicals. I don't mean like scientific chemicals, I just mean around a salon. Especially when you're washing clients' hair so much, your fingers can get really dried out, or wherever on your body. Some collectors made some brush bag thing. Exfoliating love all of my contacts. Just get a bunch of random stuff. By the way, this is a fake spider, not a real spider. It actually sits in the corner of the camera, but still. So next drawer down has pretty much my whole entire hairdressing life in it. Far right of the screen is my L'Oreal Magic Retouch, plus the 2 fashion colors hair talk that I have. So all this, one apparently fell out. Awesome. We have a few perfumes in here, heat spray, purple hairdryer, brush, my Yumi curling wand, flat iron, a juice plus I just ran for ink to get out of the way, a developer bottle, but I do actually hold my bleach or lightener in the bathroom. Steampunk goggles from when I did my Rebecca Steen look. So now I find a wig cap. I am wearing a wig cap, I just realised, but still. Have some came with my black wig that recently came in, the one I wore in my latest vlog, and put them in braids. Yeah, anyway. Case here, I don't know if you can see that, but no, it's slightly out of frame. Here's this black case right here, that came with my Daphne brush, which I'm pretty sure is, without a single bit of shock, is in my sister's room. Also has some Lush bath bombs in here. the other Lush stuff, like I did have an under eye cream or spray stuff. I was waiting for forever to get my hands on the T3 hair curling set, and just when it was finally available in stock on Amazon, the sender that was holding it, who was selling it, could not ship to my address. Like, there was nothing wrong with the country that I'm in, it just wouldn't ship to my address, which makes less sense than it not being able to ship to Australia. So that pisses me off a little bit, but I mean, there are other alternatives out there, of course, but T3 is quite a well-loved brand, so I wanted to actually get my hands on and try it out for myself, and plus for my mum, because it's going to be one of those 2-for-1 presents, or 1 for 2, I should say. But anyway, next drawer down is pretty much all of my wigs. I do have 3-4 more coming in. A new Monster High look coming in, or a wig. That's something I'm going to turn into a Monster High character. Some of the wigs I buy and make it like a DIY, like this blue wig that I'm wearing. I use it's just a regular fashion blue wig, fashion color blue wig that I use in my Rebecca Sin look because she has bright electric blue hair, obviously. Hope you guys know you can't see that open drawer, but I'm realizing. Okay, there we go. So all of my wigs from this, I just recently cut that for specifically my Little Mix. That's the video I was talking about earlier. I cannot think of what it's called. Like, I knew it was something to do with makeup, but yes. Anyway, the concealer that I used in that video is specifically meant to vanish your spots, not for under eye conceal. Anyway, so I did curl this wig pretty much the same way you curl your own hair. I just held it around the barrel for like 5 seconds or less. You obviously don't want to hold on for it like forever because it will fry the wig. I'll have to mute that clip because I just fried it myself and I don't skip very easily. Whereas I thought of mine is actually like immortal. I mean, how many times it falls off of any flat surface or whatever, because I have it on top of my camera, you know, to add the light source. Most people just have like a ring light, which I do also have a ring light. I just need to buy a stand for it and make a stand out of it. Anyway, so pretty much all the wigs I've ever bought, except for some of the short black ones that my sister used in Audition to the Price, which is a full-on series of transformation. I've got a lot of short black wigs, but anything long wigs that I have myself, are all in here. So this brown one, this Helen Momsen blonde one, this Love brown one, this black one that's still in its braids. I haven't taken it down from the braids yet. My apology guys wig, okay. Petra Von der Guy's purple wig, but it's also about as useful as the wig I'm currently wearing. This other Love one, a pink one, which I had 2 pink ones, a green teal wig, which you can't really see because I have that many wigs. So yes, but like I said, there's plenty more coming in. I did get myself a longer blonde one because I currently have blonde hair, but I don't want to wear my extensions because there is something a bit ratted up. Obviously I don't have long hair by itself. I do have that blonde wig there, but I want really long bangs, so I ordered that one. Did order myself a silver wig, which was supposed to be using like a Coachella look, even though I physically can't go to Coachella because I am in Australia. I am not in LA or wherever it's hosted. Apparently it's hosted over in the desert, so I don't know. But yeah, just to throw out a few ideas so that people who are in America can take my inspiration for say and use it for themselves, and you know, so I can feel like somewhat of a part of it. Australia, bring Coachella or something similar to this world, to this country, so that, you know, Australians can enjoy something like it. Anyway, so that's all my wigs. And then the last drawer is nothing but a bunch of boxes, which I actually tend to store my mirror in here, but because I'm still using it so much, it sits pretty much right next to the camera right now. So the drawer is there we guys go. I feel like my camera's a little bit lopsided. If I'm like, then I'm sorry. There you guys go. That is my entire makeup collection storage, etc. Minimalist storage, whatever you want to call it. So thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I basically organised all of that because I have to have a very, very minimal room since like I said in past videos, I am getting ready to move my whole family more specifically. So we have to have a very, very minimal room. It's cluttered, like so much shit and clutter. So when we do move, it's not so much of a hassle. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you all for my future videos. Ciao!